Good evening, beautiful, and welcome to your yoga practice. This is a gentle evening flow designed to help us disconnect and release the busyness of the day and really connect with an internal calmness and peace that we can bring with us into a beautiful night's rest. For today's practice, I recommend having a couple of yoga blocks nearby so that we can be really kind and gentle with these postures. If we don't have yoga blocks, we can use a pillow or even a towel bound up with a rubber band. So let's go ahead and grab our mats and let's flow. Hello, beautiful, and welcome to this evening flow. Let's go ahead and have some blocks by us because today's practice is going to be very restorative. So let's go ahead and take a block, or we could use a pillow or a bolster if we have one. And we're going to go ahead and sit on the block. And we're going to place one hand on our tummy and the other on our chest, closing the eyes. And we're just going to take some deep breathing practices here. Inhaling deeply through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Very soothing, slow breaths, moving at your own time. Just tuning into the body and asking yourself this opportunity to completely disconnect, to relax, to be present. And feel how good it feels to just be still, to move with intentionality, to give yourself this opportunity to just be at peace. Feeling the gentle rise and fall of your tummy. And making a commitment to yourself to carry this deep yogic breath throughout today's practice. Taking time to connect with a slow breath helps us move into that parasympathetic, that rest and digest state, in which our body has the opportunity to reset, to rebuild on a cellular level, to calm down the nervous system. And in effect, this is a little vacation for our body, this permission to just completely relax. And when you're ready, slowly opening the eyes. If we're sitting on a block, we can go ahead and remove it and set it to the side for now. Let's go ahead and place our hands on top of our knees. And we're just going to find a little bit of movement here, slowly, gently moving forward with the body and exhaling back with the breath. Inhaling forward and exhaling. Moving to your own degree, but trying to keep your sit bones connected to the earth. And start making that movement just a little bit bigger and deeper if you can with each breath. Really pushing back through the spine, leaning forward. And switch opposite direction. Inhale forward, exhale back. And when you're ready, coming into stillness here, let's go ahead and warm up our neck slightly. So we're going to drop our right ear to our right shoulder, releasing that left hand, opening up. And then slowly dropping our chin to our chest, maybe interlacing our fingertips behind, giving ourselves a little massage for a moment here. Today's practice is all about being kind and aware of our bodies, inviting ourselves just to tune in. So when you're ready, let's go ahead and drop our left ear to our left shoulder. And then swing from side to side. What we're going to do when we get to the right side is just look up. Gaze can go up to the sky and just feel how that impacts that gentle stretch in the neck. So just being really aware of how we're placing our body. Swinging over to the left side, playing around with a little bit of movement here, and then switch to the other side. Just being your own guide of what feels right for you. Dropping the chin to chest one last time. Inhale, roll up. We're going to go ahead and place our palms facing towards the wall here. And we're just going to bend our fingertips down to the ground and then bend them up to the sky. And this is borrowed from the wind releasing series of yoga and the ideology that things like arthritis can be caused from achy joints. So we really want to take the time to release the wind, they say in Eastern philosophy. So we try to remove all the wind, the air, so that we have really nice fluid joints. Now moving side to side. And when we lubricate the joints, it's like giving a little massage on an internal level. And we think about all the things our hands do for us on a day-to-day basis. Let's go ahead and interlace the fingertips, pushing out, drawing those palms up to the sky, pulling down the shoulder blades. So really just being kind with our movements here. We're going to go ahead and open up slightly to the left by bending right. And then switch opposite direction, coming up to the center of the sky, and then slowly opening over to the left side. Inhale up. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and interlace the fingertips behind our back, opening up at the chest, gaze to the sky. And exhale, release. Inhale, both arms up. And we're going to touch the palms sweetly together, and then exhale. Our left palm is going to come to our right knee, inhaling up as we elongate and slightly twist. Switch opposite direction, inhaling the arms up to the sky. Exhale over. Elongate the spine as we twist. And then slowly coming back into center, inhaling our arms up overhead. And then exhale, keeping our sit bones ground into the ground, but feeling that opening at the back of the hips. Let's slowly walk our palms out in front of us, allowing the forehead to slowly bend down. Perhaps walking over to that right side. If you want a little bit of an extra stretch here, then you can place your left hand on top of that right palm. Moving to the other direction now. Right hand is going to go on top of the left, and just feel that opening of the side body. Bringing ourselves back to the center. Inhale, rolling on up. We're going to go ahead and release the feet out in front of us. We're going to take the right foot, bring it on top of that left knee, flex that foot so there's energy through those toes, and find your own degree what feels right here. If you go a little bit closer, you're going to feel a little bit of more of that stretch in the back of the hip. Closing the eyes perhaps and breathing deep. The longer that we hold these postures, the more it triggers into the body that, hey, I've got a moment here to settle in. Let me go ahead and send the air into these areas that might be feeling a little bit tight. Just invite that oxygen to come in and provide some mobility and flexibility. When you're ready, slowly but surely releasing. We're going to stick both feet out in front of us. Inhale our arms up overhead. Just having a moment here to reset by drawing down those shoulders, fingertips to the sky, toes up, flexed energy coming through, finding that beautiful posture. Resetting here. 3, 2, 1, release, coming behind, placing your right foot on the floor now. Left foot's coming in, flexing that foot, scooting as close to that standing foot as you would like or far away as you'd like. Again, this is about being your own internal wisdom and guide. Energy through those fingertips, flexing that left foot, and breathe. And as this yoga flow is meant to be done in the evening, just see if you can channel in that meditative state, the slow, steady breathing, the invitation for your body and your mind to just slow down. So just focus on one thing at a time. Slowly release, allow both feet to come to the mat, and we're going to slowly windshield wiper our legs to one side and the other. This should feel super good. Again, just triggering in a little bit of movement for those joints. And when you're ready, coming back into that posture that we were just in where our toes were flexed to the sky, you can remove the tushy from your bottom here. Inhale your arms up, pulling those shoulder blades down, energy through the fingertips, and we're going to slowly hinge here. So rather than crunching over, my goal is to hinge right here at the hip so that I can have my fingers touch my toes, or perhaps it's at my shins or at the top of the leg, whatever feels right for you. What we want to do is wherever we're at, inhale, elongate the back, and then exhale, allow yourself to melt over. Paschimottanasana. Inhale, extend. Exhale, release. Just finding a little dynamic movement here as we move through any tightness. Inhale, extend once more. And exhale, release. And if this is a little intense for you, you can always take your blocks, have your blocks on the sides here so you have a little bit less of a pull on your body, or you can use a yoga strap. So there are tools at our disposal that are always really helpful as we begin our yoga practice. Inhaling both fingertips to the sky. Exhale as we bring our left leg into that inner right leg. Inhale our arms up. Exhale over. This feels like enough for you. You can stay here. If you'd like a little bit more, you can try reaching for the side of that foot. It's just going to open up here a little bit as we peel open to the front of the room. Breathing nice and deep. Maybe you like to open up, challenge that strength a little bit by opening the trunk to the side. Or maybe we're here at the shin or at the quad. Again, these postures are what we make them. It's all about finding our edge. Inhale up. Switch, but before we do, let's go ahead and windshield wiper our feet slightly. And this is just giving a little bit of a reset to our body. Then we're going to go ahead and bring the right foot into the inner left leg, Inhale our arms up. exhale either to the side, at the shin, wherever feels right for us. Maybe we want to challenge ourselves by opening up that trunk and pulling open. Or maybe not. It's all good. It's all yoga, as long as we're moving with intentionality of breath and flow. When you're ready, let's go ahead and inhale both arms up, placing our feet behind us. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to point and flex our toes as though we're moving through jelly. And this is super good for our feet, creating again that mind-body awareness and connection. We take so many of these joints and parts of our body for granted, but think about all the mobility that our feet give us. So let's just give it a little bit of TLC. Let's go ahead and roll out with our ankles here. So I'm going out and in towards my feet, and then switch opposite direction. Particularly those of us who are runners or getting our cardio in, it's really important to be strengthening those ankles. Wonderful. And let's go ahead and scoop back here. And I'm going to go ahead and curl in, rolling down vertebra by vertebra. And we're going to go ahead and grab in our right knee into our chest. We can keep this foot flat on the ground if that feels good for our back. Our goal is to be flush on the mat, so I can't put my fingertips beneath. If we feel like we can go for a bit more, then we can release that leg. We can place our left hand on top of it. Energy going through those toes. And perhaps we rise up this leg to the sky. Now we can grab here behind the quad, maybe at the calf, maybe at the foot, whatever feels right for us. Just making this kind and sweet. And just feeling for a moment here the stretch of that back of the hamstring. You might notice I'm playing a little bit here with my feet, and you just feel a little bit of a difference and change in that movement of the muscle. So just again, building awareness of the mechanics of our body and building that awareness of gratitude of our mobility. And go ahead and pulling it in back into your chest. And then drawing that right knee across your body, coming into a supine twist. Perhaps it feels right for that gaze to go in the opposite direction. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and bring both knees in. We're going to go ahead and draw some circles with our knees. And then the opposite direction. And once more, let's go ahead and let the opposite foot fall to the ground. So this is our right foot. If this feels right for us, we can stay here. Otherwise, if we want to go for a little bit of a deeper stretch, we can release and perhaps placing our right hand on top of our right leg. Finding a little bit of movement here, and then let's go ahead and extend up the left leg. And maybe you might notice that the left leg is a little different, and that's okay. Playing around with the feet a little bit, feeling what feels right for you. I notice that when I flex really intensely, it's a bit tighter. When I point, I feel it in my calves. So this is just that body awareness. Finding some stability here, tuning into the breath for this deep stretch. When you're ready, drawing that knee into your chest once more, and then drawing it across the body for supine twist. Gaze can go in the opposite direction. let's go ahead and pull those legs into your chest. And we can grab our feet, if it's in our practice here, it's on the outside of our feet to pull into our body. A nice little foot stretch here. Maybe we can go ahead and just give our little pads of our feet a massage, rubbing them out. Switch opposite. They have pressure points on the bottom of our feet that are connected to all different parts of our bodies. So by doing these little touches, these little moments of gratitude and awareness, we help stimulate that awareness of all the interconnectedness of our body. Just feeling so much gratitude for everything our body does. So we lay our head on the pillow tonight. We are just so pleased with our bodies and the amazing miracle that it is. Bringing our knees into our chest once more, drawing the head up here, and we're going to go ahead and draw our knees in, squeezing tight as we can. Tight, tight, tight. Squeeze your face, squeeze your arms, squeeze your core. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 3, 2, 1, release. Shoom, dropping into our final position, Shavasana. Allow the toes to be relaxed and slightly fall out to the sides of the mat. Allow your shoulder blades to pull in. That's going to open up the chest. Palms go to the sky. And let's just take some deep breaths here. Very soothing practice today. Just about building more of that internal awareness by giving ourselves an opportunity to focus on the breath. Finding gentle movement that is guided by our own degree, our own level of what feels right in our body. When you're ready, I invite you to slowly begin wiggling your fingers and toes, to reach your arms up overhead. Give me that nice, beautiful evening stretch. And when you're ready, slowly rolling onto your side, cradling your head for a moment. It's believed in yogic philosophy that by lying on the side of the body, you trigger in the opposite energy. So if we lie on our left side, we trigger the right, which is that yin, or yang energy, that masculine energy. So if you're having a hard time sleeping, they say we should lay on our right side so we can trigger the left energy, which is that feminine, soft energy. So always remember that duality that each of us has within our personality. And the ability to call forth on the energy when we need it and when it serves us in these different seasons of life. When you're ready, slowly starting to rise. Finding that comfortable seat once more. Bringing your hands to heart center, begin rubbing your palms together. Taking those palms, clasp them over your heart. And I invite you to think of 3 things that occurred within this day that you are incredibly grateful for. And when you're ready, slowly opening your eyes with sweetness and compassion. Thank you for joining me this evening. I hope you have a beautiful night's rest, and we'll see you next time.